Hey there, everybody. How you doing? Let me talk to you. So I wanted to go back and kind of discuss what led up to some of the health changes I've made and this journey that I'm on now. I can tell you right now, going back to childhood, I was never a person who was kind of expected to live a healthy diet or lifestyle. I mean, I grew up with my mom and my stepdad. In Nashville when I was really young, but for the most part in Memphis, and not gonna say my mom was an excellent cook. She was not. And my stepdad he was a southerner. He grew up in Georgia, we weren't eating chicken, rice, and vegetables. So I had bad eating habits at a really young age, and due to the nature of certain I don't know, just negative things about my growing up years, I definitely leaned on food for I guess emotional support, you could say. And that's something that stuck with me for a really long time. I find myself going to food when I'm bored, going to food when I'm upset, going to food when I'm sad, going to food when I'm mad. Fortunately, it hasn't had like super bad ramifications. Um, I'm not like a morbidly obese or anything. I've never been over like 250 pounds, but I do struggle with making good choices. Just in the roller coaster of life, we have our ups and our downs, and bad habits rear their ugly heads when we're down. Um, but specifically as I got older, I started to notice 35 things get a little wonky. You can't drink the way you could when you were 25. You can't stay up late the way you could when you were 25. You can't eat crap the way you could when you were 25. So I had to start making some changes and trying to be healthier. I tried like an anti-inflammatory diet there towards my late 30s, which actually was really good. It was the first time I'd been over 200 pounds in probably like a decade. It was crazy. Um, but for sure, when I hit 40, that's when things got scary. I developed a high blood pressure issue. I'd already been dealing with rheumatoid arthritis for almost 20 years. I'd been dealing with fairly chronic acid reflux for probably like a decade, if not more, at that point. And so I was on medication for those. And once things got to that point, I wanted to make some changes. I wanted to get off the medication. And so I'd been looking at all these content creators. There's a lot of good content creators out there with a lot of good information. And so I've heard about carnivore. Carnivore is really good for autoimmune issues, which is what rheumatoid arthritis is. It's an autoimmune issue. And so I was like, all right, cool. We're going to give that a shot. So that year, it was 2022. That was the first year that I had switched over to a daytime schedule in a very long time. I said before that I've been with a company I'm with for over 2 decades. And I would say at least 15 years of those 2 decades, I've worked nights. So I made the switch to days. And that, honestly, that was crazy how different I felt just working days instead of nights. And then as I got closer to the period of time in which I was going to try carnivore, I made some other changes. I quit nicotine. I had smoked for a long time, and I switched over to pouches, the nicotine pouches like Zen and those kinds. When my wife was pregnant with twins back in 2021, but I had stayed on these pouches. So I quit that. And then I started making better decisions with some drinks. Like I tried to avoid sucralose basically at all costs. And I noticed so many health benefits from that. Like I felt better. Gut issues were significantly reduced. Like it was crazy. I didn't think that an energy drink or a hydration drink with no sugar could be causing so many problems. But you gotta like do your research on some of this stuff. Some of this stuff's really bad for you. And so it was August of 2022. I started my carnivore journey. It was hard. Again, like I have a sweet tooth. I like things that most people probably should never eat. You know, I like ice cream. I like pizza. You know, anything's okay in moderation, I guess. But moderation is a word that I am aware of, but I have a really hard time practicing. But so I went real strict. It was either a ribeye steak with eggs and bacon, or ground beef with eggs and bacon. You know, I even tried mixing in some calf liver at a certain point because I'd heard really good things about organ meat. That was horrible. I don't recommend it, but if you can palate it, go for it. It's really, really good. It's really healthy, really beneficial. I couldn't get through it. The taste was so bitter and terrible. But I did that real strict for 4 weeks, and just the first like 3 days, I dropped 9 pounds. It was crazy. But over the course of that month, I don't remember exactly. It's been a while. I believe I dropped like 24 pounds or something like that. And I was sleeping better. I felt better. I had mental clarity. I was able to quit caffeine, not too long after those first 4 weeks, because, got to a point where I didn't need it anymore. I think I quit caffeine that winter. But it was mind blowing how much, what we eat affects us. And, you know, I made slow steps after those first 4 weeks, just slowly reintroducing things. I think I started with black pepper for a week, and then garlic was like week 6. And then I brought in broccoli, which, I actually like broccoli. But it's kind of what they recommend, is like, it's kind of an elimination diet. You know, you slowly include things and see what bothers you. And, yeah, that was hugely beneficial. And I'm not going to say everybody needs to go try a carnivore diet, but I do think that everybody out there should try an elimination diet. There's other ways to do it. Just eating whole foods. Don't buy anything that comes in a bag or a box. Look at the ingredient list when you go buy your groceries. If it has more than a couple ingredients in there, put it back. Get something else. Bags of chips, probably the worst things in the world you can eat. There's so many ingredients. It's so highly processed. It has very little nutritional value. You know, if you're going to put it in your body, put it in your body because it serves a benefit, other than just to make you feel full, and taste good. But that'll give you guys a little insight onto the beginning of this health journey that I've been on for a few years now. And I'm going strong. We're in the middle of day 8. At 11 o'clock tonight will be the completion of day 8. And you know, we had a little scare over the weekend. I wasn't feeling good, but we powered through. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna keep going. I don't know how long I can go, but as long as I feel good, I'm gonna keep going. I'll keep you guys updated, and I'll try to keep posting regularly. So you've got something to hear, and hopefully something to keep motivating you and informing you if you're a like-minded person. Well, thank you for listening to my longest video so far. And I hope you got something out of it. Hope you like it. If you like it, let me know. Comments are always welcome. Thumbs up are appreciated. And subscriptions, that definitely make my day. And I hope you have a great week. And I'll be talking to you guys soon. And don't forget, who's your daddy?